Hey, YouTube. Okay, so I didn't feel like just blabbing, like emotional blabber. Today, I felt like doing another top 10 list. I have another one for tomorrow, too. But I'm not going to tell you what that is. You gotta wait. Um, but today's top 10 list is going to be what I think of all of the dancey movies I've seen. Oh, I just remembered one that I forgot. Ooh, I gotta put that in somewhere. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna have to switch. I just thought of something. Um. Okay. Well. Anyway. There's a lot of dance movies out there. Have you ever seen dance movies? Do you like dance movies? Do you like dancing? I think in my last video, I was talking about how nobody dances anymore. Well, some people do in the movies, and I've been watching all these little like clips of Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly, and on Broadway you see it all the time. I mean, there's dancing in West Side Story and Cats and Chorus Line, and even Lion King had some dancing. But I love dancing. I mean, I'm not like I watched that movie Benjamin Button, and it's like the girl in the story, she's a dancer, and then she gets hurt, and it's kind of like, if you mess up your leg or something, you can't do that kind of dancing. She was a ballerina. It was a good story, but it really wasn't really focused on the dancing part. But that was a really hard thing for her to go through. But anyway, it's a really good movie. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dance movies, dancers, 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 dancers. And because I mean, we know a lot of actors and actresses, and we give them lots. I mean, they have all these awards, Oscars and Golden Globes and blah 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 blah. Singers have the Grammys and the. I mean, but they never really give anybody. I don't know. Do you know any awards for the dancers? I mean, there's the Tony, so if you're on Broadway, you can get a Tony Award, but I mean, there's a lot of dancers. I mean, stuntmen too. Like, I don't know, has any stuntman ever gotten an award for doing stunts? I don't know, but I mean, there should be. Like, there should be a stuntman award or like a great dancing in the movies award. I mean, everybody loves, Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire for those classics. I watch them dance, and I'm just like, wow, I just think they're so amazing. Even after all these years, it still looks like movie magic to me. It's just beautiful. But it's not like they do that much. I mean, some people think it's cheesy, or some people think it has to stay on Broadway or has to be like Broadway style. But my top 10 list isn't like that. My top 10 list is actually might be kind of surprising. Some of it probably won't be surprising, especially if you're a Gen Xer like me. Some of it won't be surprising. Some of it might surprise you because I don't think all of these picks are like typical picks. So, but let's start with we're going to start from number 10, which and go all the way to zero, actually, because I just thought of one that needs to be mentioned uh, even better than the number one spot. I can't believe I forgot about it. But yeah, there's going to be 11 on this list. 12 actually, because number 9 is a tie. So there's 12 movies on this 10 top 10 list, but we're going all the way to zero. Zero is going to be like the number one spot. Okay. All right. So let's start with number 10. And this is not a typical pick. Silver Lining Playbook. It's not really a dance movie. I mean, it's more of a romantic comedy. But you have Jennifer Lawrence, and you have what's his name? He's so funny. Bradley Cooper, right? Bradley Cooper. They're not known for being professional dancers, which is why I love this movie, and it's on my dance list movie, even though it's in the last spot. It's a great romantic comedy, and they do, and there's a big part of the movie that has to do with them really working hard together and on this dance competition that they want to go in, and it's like some of their moves are funny and silly, but they it's just it really is great because it just like shows like how people regular people are, not professional dancers who went to Juilliard, but just regular people trying to dance together, and how dancing can, connect you to other people romantically, or or just friends, but it's like it's a great experience, and I think that Silver Lining Playbook really, I think Jennifer and Bradley really show how regular people can enjoy dancing and how it can really help relationships. So number 10, yeah, I put that movie, even though I know it probably wasn't directed or promoted as a dance movie. I still have it on my top 10 list. Okay, number 9. Number 9, I'm putting a tie. Uh, I'm going to put Step Up and Staying Alive. Now, Step Up has a lot of sequels, and I think I can't really remember it. That's why it's a tie with Staying Alive. I remember Staying Alive a lot more than I remember Step Up, but I remember I watched Step Up and I really liked it, and I'm a big fan of Channing Tatum, even though that's not my favorite Channing Tatum dance movie, but it is a good movie, so I want it mentioned. And Staying Alive is also a sequel to John Travolta in Saturday Night Live, but the dancing is really really good in Staying Alive. It's really really good. So I definitely think it's worth being on the list. So number 9 is a tie between Staying Alive and Step Up. Number 8, I'm gonna put Save the Last Dance, which has Julia Stiles as the dancer, and it's a really good story too. It's a really good story, and I love how the director, you know, kind of dealt with city problems and relationship problems, and maybe and touched on some racism stuff and economic stuff, and there was a lot in that movie. But I mean, but Julia Stiles plays the girl who's wants to be a dancer, wants to go to Juilliard, and she's really nervous. She's really nervous about it, and it was a really great performance. Her dancing was really good. It's like it's just really good. Okay, then number 7, I'm gonna say a movie that most people probably have forgotten, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people who are going to disagree with me because when this movie came out, the poor actress who did this movie got a lot of hate for doing this movie. They were ragging on her left and right, and I felt so bad for her because I thought it was a cool movie. Like I still think it's a cool movie. The music was great. All right, I'm building it up. Number 7 is Striptease with Demi Moore. Now, she got a lot. Like when it came out, I saw it, and I think I got it from Blockbuster, and I rented it, and I was like, wow, I didn't know she could dance. She does all her own dancing in that movie. Like you get close-ups. And that's why she got so much backlash when she did the movie, because I mean it was all like all over the tabloids and all over the man. Oh, Demi Moore is obsessed with her body. She thinks she's so sexy. So what if she does? I mean, she can dance. She had a great body. She can dance. The music was really good. They used all of the like Eurythmics music for her most. I think it was Eurythmics, mostly Eurythmics. It was great. I mean, yeah, Annie Lennox and it was really sexy. I thought she did a great job. I mean, yeah, we weren't really used to seeing her dance, but she can dance. So, I mean, I thought it was a good movie. Number 6, I'm putting Magic Mike, which is Channing Tatum. Now, see, I mentioned Step Up, which I think he did Step Up before Magic Mike, but I can't really remember Step Up, but Magic Mike is unforgettable. I mean, maybe some guys don't want to watch other guys dance, okay, but for me as a woman, it's nice to see the guys dancing. Like, I mean, to show us that it's not just the girls that can get groovy with it. Because I mean, when Channing dances, it's like you got to fan yourself. I mean, it's just like, whoa, you know, he's got moves. Definitely got moves. Number 5 is Saturday Night Live, which is like I think everybody has seen it with John Travolta. He's like this like if Snow White is the movie that started it all for Disney, I want to say that John Travolta and Saturday Night Live is the one that started it all for dance movies. I mean, it is definitely a classic, and if you haven't seen it, like where have you been? I mean, I definitely recommend it. It's so 70s New York. It's so like it explains everything about why John Travolta, is a famous name and why he's he's legendary. I mean, it's just great. Okay, number 4. This is a movie that I'm building it up a little bit. Number 4 is a movie that most people really didn't talk about the dancing, which I don't know why they didn't, because it was, I guess, more of a drama, and the director and the actresses, they were going for, I guess, more profundity than just the dancing. But and it's a profound movie. Yeah, it's kind of disturbing too. A Black Swan, which has Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis, both of them dancing, mostly ballet dancing. I think there's a couple of scenes where they're doing like some other dancing, like regular dancing, but mostly it's ballet. Uh, and according to my research, they both were actually doing the dancing, which is really impressive because if you watch the movie, I mean, they're doing serious ballet and it's really, really good. So as a dance movie, I'm putting it in the number 4 spot, but it really wasn't promoted as a dance movie. It won awards. I think that Natalie got an Oscar for that, and people talked about it as a really good drama, but um, they didn't really talk about the dancing that much. And I mean, the dancing's really good, really good. Okay, so in number 3, this is one that's controversial. Uh, Showgirls, and Showgirls had 2 dancers that nobody really talks about anymore. Elizabeth Berkley and Gina Gershon. They were the 2 main dancers in. There's a lot of dancers in Showgirls, but those are the 2 like stars. And it's controversial because it's I mean, it's super sexy. Like for the women who are like me and love Channing Tatum and Magic Mike and go, whew, that's hot. Well, Showgirls is like that. It's like super hot. I mean, you got to be like, okay, put the air condition on. And they don't hold back. There's nothing being held back. But the movie has a lot of story going on too, and there's other scenes that, there's some violent scenes going on, and there's some other controversial stuff going on in this movie. This movie has a lot, and not everybody can handle it. I think like I'm surprised actually that it somehow made it to the R rating because it's probably borderline X. But they edited or cutted it down somehow to get the R rating. But I mean, it's intense. But I definitely recommend it if you like dancing because I mean Elizabeth and Gina are just amazing. What they do in this movie is just amazing. Okay, a number 2, it's a classic at this point, just like Saturday Night Live, Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer and Jennifer. What's her last name? I can't remember her last name right now, but Jennifer something. And Cynthia Rhodes is who I really wanted to talk about. Cynthia Rhodes cannot be praised enough. We all talk about Patrick Swayze and Jennifer. We all talk about them and how cute they were, and you know, and everything. And it's a cute story. It's a cute movie, and Patrick and Jennifer are adorable. But the one who's not spoken of nearly enough is Cynthia Rhodes. And Cynthia Rhodes is in Saturday Night Live. She's in Dirty Dancing, and she's in another movie. And she was really, I mean, the people who were into dance movies, like me in the 80s, we knew who Cynthia Rhodes was. I mean, we were like, wow. I mean, but people today, they don't even, they don't even really acknowledge 80s movies, and they don't um really talk about, and as I'm saying, there's no awards for the dancers. You ever notice that? Like, unless you're on Broadway and you get a Tony Award. That's not really a dancing award. So Cynthia Rhodes did three amazing movies in the 80s, maybe more. I don't know, but I mean, and she's amazing. She's just amazing. And she was in Dirty Dancing. She was the blonde that was playing with Patrick Swayze, and that's just tip of the iceberg of what she does. It was just, I mean, she's really good. And Dirty Dancing is a classic. Got to see it. Okay, and the number one spot is Flashdance, which basically is right after Saturday Night Live. Flashdance I saw before I saw Dirty Dancing. So Flashdance was like basically for me the movie that made me go, I really love dancing and dancing movies. Flashdance had another Jennifer starring in it. Irene Cara's song, was the "What a Feeling." That was like the big soundtrack hit, and we were disappointed to find out that Jennifer, the actress, did not actually do the dancing. That there was a body double, and nobody remembers the body double's name. She got really no credit for that. I'm sure she got paid, but she didn't get any credit for that. However, Cynthia Rhodes, who I just mentioned, was also in Flashdance, and she's actually one of the dances that she does, which is a song. There's a song on the soundtrack. She Manhunt, and I mean, I love her dance to Manhunt. It's so cool. But anyway, yeah, Cynthia Rhodes, she's awesome. And I don't know who was the body double for Jennifer, Jennifer, who, whatever her name was, Jennifer, the girl who played the main role in Flashdance. It's a cute story. It's kind of like Save the Last Dance, but not exactly, because Save the Last Dance, the character that Julia played was sort of more wholesome and sweet, whereas the girl in Flashdance is like sort of a tomboy who works as a what do you call, like a not a driller, but with the torch. She works with men, like doing like hard labor, and then all of a sudden at night she's got like two different lives. Like in daytime, her day job is working with men, doing metal work and stuff like that like in the mines, and then at night she comes out and she's like sexy babe, like doing these great dances. So it's not exactly like Save the Last Dance, but at the end it is, because she really does dream about being a dancer, and then her boss, who sort of has a crush on her, kind of pushes her that way, like, go for it, go for it. And so she goes on an audition and stuff, just like in Save the Last Dance, nervous about that. So it's a really good movie. It's for 80s and dance movies. I'd say it's a classic. I mean, I thought most people had seen it, but maybe not. Definitely worth it. And Cynthia Rhodes' dance scene to Manhunt, definitely worth it. Okay, so this is the movie that I forgot, and that's why I'm putting it in the zero spot, which is like the number one spot. I'm going to say that this is definitely the best dance movie ever that I've seen. I'm not talking about Gene Kelly or you know all the classics before the 80s. I'm trying basically to mostly stick to this to in my lifetime. When you talk about Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly and those type of dancers before I was born, yeah, I mean, they were amazing, but I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about in my lifetime. And it's White Nights. And White Nights had two displays, two different dancers Jeffrey Hines and Mikhail Baryshnikov. Mikhail Baryshnikov was mostly representing ballet, whereas Jeffrey Hines was mostly representing tap dance. But then they both did both and blended it, and it was just freaking amazing. I mean, you got to see it if you love dance and dance movies. I mean, it's a must see. It's got some, the storyline's like propaganda style because in the 80s we were all like, hate the Russians, hate the Russians. They wanted us to hate the Russians. So it's got some of that in it, like sort of like Rocky 4, you know. I'm telling you, there were a lot of 80s movies like Rocky 4, White Knights, Red Dawn. There were a lot of 80s movies that were trying to scare all of us into just, we had to hate the Russians. And I'm like, I don't want to hate the Russians. Actually, yeah, I really didn't want to hate the Russians. Anyway, White Knights is a really good movie. And if you like ballet and tap dance, then you'll definitely be impressed by Mikhail Baryshnikov and Jeffrey Hines in that movie. Really good, really great, great dancing. So that's my top 11 list. um, I recommend all of those movies if you're into dance movies. I mean, I know Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly are amazing, and Ginger Rogers and all the people that they danced with are amazing. But I'm talking about from the 70s till now. That's what I'm talking about.